Thank you, Dr. Neha, and thank you, Hindi team. Now we are moving to our English session. Today is our 2163rd day of continuous webinar. Before beginning the session, we'll have a silent prayer. Good evening and welcome everyone for today's English session. Today's our guest is Dr. VENUGOPAL REDDIAR. Sir has taken many wonderful sessions for us. So I think there is no need of any lengthy introduction to him. He's a physician and behavioral scientist in USA. He's a MD and MRCP and ABIM. 45 years of clinical experience. He has taken many classes for us and many other places. Health and mind related classes he has taken. You're welcome, sir. Please.
Okay. Let me just share my slide and make sure that it is visible.
Okay, sir. Yes, visible. Start sharing. Self-taught.
Okay. Good. Okay. Good evening, friends. So welcome to the PanSite webinar. The topic for today is self-torture. First, I would like to define self-torture. Then I would like to ask you some questions. Okay, I always believe that a best seminar, to make a seminar the best seminar, it should be a dialogue. It should not be just a monologue. And in dialogue here, how do I engage in dialogue? I'll give you an opportunity to respond, react through the chat box. So when I ask a question, your response in the chat box. That's all what I request. So let me show the definition of the word self-torture. It's mental, emotional, or physical pain inflicted upon yourself by your own thoughts, emotions, actions, inactions, lifestyle, and wants. So I leave it for you to sink, for this one message to sink. Now, friends, simple question. Respond in the chat box. Do you think this self-torture is common or uncommon? If it is common, put a C in the chat box. Uncommon, U. So it won't take much effort. Okay, C. What about other people? There are nearly 20 people. My dear friends, please cooperate with me. Okay, thank you. Ram Pravesh, because I have spent a lot of time, nearly 10 hours to prepare this talk. So that much effort I have put, I need to get a feedback. So only 3 people, 4 people, okay. C, common. Thank you. And I would say it is extremely common. Not just common. Extremely common self-torture. And some of you may wonder, why should one torture oneself? That's a very legitimate question. People torture themselves either out of ignorance or out of indifference. Either ignorance or indifference. I will explain these things with real life examples. I'll talk about things you don't know. You might know. You must know. Always, I make sure that my comments, opinions are based on facts, stories, real life stories, and quotations. Most people don't need external criticism. Their own inner critic does that job very well. Do you agree? If you agree, put A in the chat box. Our own inner voice. For some people, okay, thank you. Ajini Maliakal. Rekha, our own inner voice may constantly criticize us. It may call you stupid. Your own voice may say you are stupid. Eh? That is the inner voice constantly criticizing. You are dumb. Okay. There are many books on this topic. I am going to share a couple of titles. Stopping Self-Harm. How to Forgive Ourselves Totally. Okay. Fact. I told you I will share only facts. 20 students in India reportedly committed suicide after failing exam. Think carefully. What happened? Because of self-torture, their mind was blaming them, inducing guilt feelings, shame. So they are not able to. They are not able to live with those feelings of guilt and shame. Torturing. Suicide. Do you agree? If you agree, put A in the chat box. Otherwise, what is the need and necessity to commit suicide because you failed in an examination? Rekha. When 20 million people or 2 million people, they take the exam. I'm giving an example, NEET examination. More than 2 million. And eventually, how many people they commit suicide? Maybe 10 or 20. When they lose. What about others? Why these people commit suicide? Because of self-torture. In Kota also, every year, Rajasthan, where the coaching centers are there, roughly 30 students, they commit suicide even before going for the exam. During the coaching period itself. Okay, they find it, everything very, very. They don't have the confidence that they will pass. And they think that, okay, what will their parents think? Guilt feelings, shame feelings. This is young Dr. Pyle. The bullying that led this doctor to take her own life. This happened in 2019, Nair Hospital in Mumbai. We have 3 other doctors, lady doctors, they constantly teased her because she belongs to Dalit community. All their sarcastic comments in front of patients and others. So she couldn't take it. She committed suicide because of self-torture. Those comments, they induce a lot of pain and her own thoughts. This gentleman, many of you may not know him. He's a Malayali that is from Kerala. 6 years back, he committed suicide. He was a highly so-called successful businessman in the Middle East. He committed suicide. Why? Because he ran into many financial problems. My definition earlier, self-inflicted. Our own actions, I told you. Some of our actions subsequently make us feel more miserable. What did he do? Do you know anything about him? If you don't know, put N in the chat box. Then I will explain. If you don't know anything about this guy, his name is Joy Arakkal. Joy Arakkal. I want to know whether this Ajni Maliyakal knows or anybody from Kerala, they know. If you don't know, put N in the chat box, my dear friends. Ajni, come on. Yes, she knows. Good. So nobody else, others, they don't know. Okay, fine. This is what happened. This guy, this is the mansion he built in Wayanad. Biggest house in Wayanad, 45,000 square footage. 45,000 square footage. Obviously, it costs a lot of crores money. Did you really require that kind of a mansion for living? You don't need. You will need maybe some 2,000 or 2,500 square footage, a small that one. But he wanted to impress others. How successful I am. And putting that, all those things, business crisis, the debt, he jumped from the 14th story of a building in Dubai and he committed suicide. Are you convinced that this is nothing but a self-torture he created because of his actions? Do you agree? If you agree, put A in the chat box. This is a real life incident. There are numerous such real life incidents. Thank you, Ajini Malikal. And my dear friends, if you want me to share whatever I know about self-torture, I will require at least 10 hours. At least 10 hours, but we don't have that much time. So in 1 hour, I'll be sharing just 10% of what I know. Since you are all adults, most of you are above the age of 30, some are above the age of 50. So my objective is to provoke your thinking, stimulate your thinking, so you can learn further, more. These days, you don't have to go to a library. The world library is in front of you. Google, internet, learn more about that one. So that is why I chose this topic, because many people are either ignorant or indifferent. Most people with a high formal education is getting a degree, undergraduate degree, postgraduate degree, MA, MSc, or MTech, MD, PhD. They suffer from self-torture. They lack practical wisdom, formal education. People with the formal education, most of them they are not wise. They live in a theoretical world. They think, oh, this will happen. Oh, this is the ideal. But they don't look at the practicality. Am I right? If I'm right, put R in the chat box. And that is why, for your information, every year, in the USA, around 400 doctors, that is high qualification, 400 doctors, they commit suicide. Why do they commit suicide? Because of self-torture. And many psychiatrists commit suicide. Many psychologists commit suicide. They have only theoretical knowledge. They live in a theoretical world. So that is my own quote. Almost all politicians, this is also my own quote, and criminals are immune to self-torture. How often do you see or hear a news of a politician committing suicide? How often? They fail in the election. They lose the election. But here also NEET examination also fail. But NEET examination, after 1 year, they can again take the exam. Here, if you lose, you have to wait for 5 years. You have to wait for 5 years. And you have to get a ticket, seat from the party. A lot of uncertainty. But do they commit suicide? D.K. Sinhaji, Dr. Sinhaji, do they commit suicide? No. They don't feel shame. They are not ashamed. These people, they feel ashamed. Politicians, they don't feel ashamed. They go to prison also. Lalu Prasad Yadav went to prison. Did he commit suicide? No. Got it? No problem. Kejriwal, he went to prison, Tihar jail. Did he commit suicide? No. Criminals again, they go to prison. Do they commit suicide? No. Are you convinced? If you are convinced, put C in the chat box. That is my own quote. Politicians and criminals, hardcore criminals, they are immune to self-torture. So we have to learn something from them. Many people, they don't think, politicians, I hate politics. I don't like politics. No, my dear friends, politicians are my gurus, for your information. I learn many things from politicians. They are my gurus. Dr. Sinhaji, they are my gurus. That is one of the reasons I'm alive. Otherwise, when I faced a lot of harassment, discrimination, and I would have committed suicide a long time back. In the USA, the hostile work environment, when I was framed, they tried to frame me for sexual abuse, charges of false allegation of sexual abuse, false allegation of physical abuse, complaint that is I slapped a patient. Complaint, false allegation. Then if I started worrying, what will happen in the fear? Will I go to jail? What will happen to this one? What will others think? My reputation, my image. Dr. Sinhaji, don't you agree that I would have committed suicide a long time back? Yeah, I didn't. I'm alive. And I'm addressing. And Dr. Sinha is listening to me. That is because I know how to deal with. I didn't let myself be self-tortured. Politicians, I learned a lot from the politicians. That politicians, that one I got that wisdom. This is a loop everybody should remember. Thought, emotion, thoughts lead to emotion. Emotions and lead to feeling. And it creates a loop, and that one goes on and around. Again, more new thoughts, new emotions, or worsening of the emotions. Then worsening of the feelings. This becomes a vicious cycle. Is it clear? If it is clear, put C in the chat box, because this is something basic. Many people, they don't realize. You won't learn it from in your homeopathy, medical college. In MBBS, again, medical college. I didn't learn any of those things. These are things which are very important. Thank you, Regaji. So, thought, emotion, feeling, that loop. Then patterns of negative thinking. What kind of thoughts? They create those emotions. Overgeneralization. Something might have happened once or twice. But you talk to yourself, always I make mistakes. Always I am this one. Always self-blaming. Self-torture. Real example I will tell you. When I was doing the post-graduation MD, General Medicine in Trivandrum, a girl was 2 years senior to me. She was a brilliant student. SSLC, she was a rank holder, pre-degree, admission, merit basis. She never failed even one single examination. But MD examination, she failed. She failed. Subsequently, she never came to the hospital. She never retook the examination. That overgeneralization. I'm a failure. One time, I'm a failure. That's what happened to her. Ruminating over mistakes. Ruminating, just like the animals, the cow, chewing food again and again. The very same thought. You ruminate on a mistake. You did something wrong. Okay, you talk about that one. I should not have done that one. This one. I should not have done this one. I should have done this differently. I should not have done that one. You keep on churning that one. Is this example clear? With clear, put C in the chat box. Some people, they do that one from morning till night, till they go to bed. They find it difficult to forget. Okay, thank you, Regaji. They find it to forget and move on. That rumination. Okay, thank you, Rajeshwari. These things we don't learn in the schools. I didn't learn these things in the schools. I wish that is somebody taught me when I was during my MBBS days or MD days. I also at times at those days I used to ruminate. I used to ruminate, feel miserable. Thank you, Mohan Babuji. Then catastrophizing. Thinking of the worst case scenario. Oh, this will happen. Oh, this is what will happen. Oh, what will happen? During the COVID pandemic, one of my relatives is in Kerala. He was in Kerala. Now he is no more. He was at that time, he was around some 75 years old. COVID, he was so scared, catastrophizing. Okay, if I get COVID, then what will happen to me? Oh, I will get in a hospital and I will go to the ventilation. All those reasons, till his death, for nearly 4 years, he didn't leave his home. He didn't leave his home. When his son, who was around 50 years old, he died of heart attack. He didn't even go and attend the funeral because of afraid of, okay, no social distancing, I will get this one. His own granddaughter's wedding, which was just 5 kilometers away, he didn't attend the wedding. That is catastrophizing. So you make your own life miserable. Do you agree? If you agree, put it in the chat box. This is one example. I have numerous such examples. Okay, Regaji. His own only son, he didn't. But he was not looking around. That is okay, look at all the other people. People are attending, politicians. They attend public meetings. They are holding the rally. Are they afraid of this COVID? Were they afraid of election campaign? They went for that one. So that's why I told you, politicians are our gurus. Learn from the politicians. Learn from the politicians. Jayachandranji, am I right? Okay, raise your hand. Okay. Okay, good. Then constant comparison. Constant comparison. You compare your son with somebody else's son. Okay, this guy didn't get this much mark. That was this one. I got admission to JEE. Oh, my son didn't get. Constant comparison. And constant comparison. Oh, my husband. Oh, he's earning only this much. Oh, her husband is earning that much. Oh, they have that car. My husband doesn't have this car. Oh, my house is small. That house is big. Constant comparison. That is one reason. Plenty of people, that self-torturing, they make their own lives miserable. Am I right? If I'm right, put R in the chat box. Constant comparison. I never. Because my father never used to compare himself with anybody else. Never. I also never. Thank you. Because some people, they say, oh, how many people attended for your webinar? And I tell them, okay, maybe some 20 or 10. Oh, that's all? That's all. Some people, they get some 100 people. I don't care. I tell them, I don't care. Whether 100 people or this one, if there is one person, yeah. I don't care how many people come and attend. And I don't even ask people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Jayachandranji, did I ever ask anybody to subscribe to my YouTube channel? Did I? You unmute and tell me. Jayachandranji. No. No, I don't. Not even once I asked. I sent them my notification and I tell them, yeah, my talk is on this day. And if you are free, please join. That's it. If they don't join, okay, I'm not going to lose my sleep. So that constant comparison. 8 negative emotions. I told you that is, I will require at least 10 hours if I want to share whatever I know about this one. So today I'll be just each emotion. I cannot spend more time. So it is not that I don't know, it is that I don't have that time. Fear. This is a very strong emotion. Fear of criticism, fear of failure. These two, fear of rejection. That is one of the reasons a boy in the college days, he may have some kind of a liking or love towards a girl, but he doesn't have that confidence to go and tell her, I love you. 3 words. The other girl also maybe, she also may be having some kind of a liking towards him. She also doesn't have that. What will happen if she says no? That fear of rejection. What will, if she says no, then that will be very painful. So this guy never expresses. She also never expresses. And they subsequently marry somebody else. Fear of rejection. Is it real? I mean, tell me whether this is real. Some of you might have, during your college days, you might have liked some other girl, but you didn't have that, that courage to go and tell yes. You didn't have the confidence and courage. And during my early days, MBBS days, I didn't have that courage. To be frank, I like some girls, but I never went and told them. Okay? Hey, I like you. If she says no, then what? That fear of rejection. So that is what happens. Then fear of, then anger. Anger again is very strong negative emotion. Anger, they define that is a temporary madness. When you're angry, you don't think rationally. You do things subsequently you regret. Am I right? If I'm right, put R in the chat box. Out of anger, whatever you say, whatever you do, it will cost you a lot. Then that becomes a self-torture. Then you talk to yourself, ruminate over that mistake. Say, I should not have said like that. Oh, I should not have. Then you live in self-torture. Then that one, yes, perfect recipe for self-torture. Jealousy. Because of jealousy, yeah, people, they torture themselves. Jealousy, oh, he has got that house. Oh, he has got a bigger this one. Or he is promoted and he is very popular. You feel jealous. In what way? It is not going to hurt the other person. It is not going to hurt the other person. It is going to hurt you if you are feeling jealous, envious. Jealousy is another. Then hate, obvious. If you hate somebody, I hate him. You must have heard some people then, I hate him. I hate him, so what? It is not going to hurt that person. You constantly hate in negative emotion, your blood pressure will go up. Your acid, this one, you'll get GERD. All the problems, health problems, physical, I told you, self-torture. That hatred will lead to many physical health problems. Self-torture. And you're ignorant about that one. That this hatred is hurting you, not the other person. Anxiety, again, negative emotion. Grief, guilt feelings, shame. I always make sure that I won't live with the feelings of guilt. Consciously, I make sure that I won't live with feelings of guilt. That is one of the reasons when my father, at the age of 85, when he sustained a hip fracture, and my mother asked me to come and spend a couple of months there, I resigned my job and I went there to spend 2 months. But when I saw that everything changed, and his whole thing changed after that hip fracture because of mismanagement, then I asked one question to myself. Because I lost all the trust and confidence in the many doctors, not all doctors, many doctors and many hospitals. And I thought, if I go back to USA, yeah, I can make more money. Yeah, I can work, and every year I can make money. And my father, after the age of 85, if he gets some illness, if he is taken to a hospital, then the possibility of getting a good quality care is very low. Then ask the question, should I go or should I stay back and spend my time with him for his remaining days? Answer was clear. Okay, I'll spend. Otherwise, I will have to live with feelings of guilt. Do you follow me? I may make some money, few crores, but I will have to live with feelings of guilt if he has mismanaged. Oh, I should not have. Then I should not have. I should have stayed back. Okay, he suffered because of that one. As a doctor, as a son, and as a doctor, I didn't care for him. So I didn't wanted to live with that self-torture, feelings of guilt. So I was there for another 500 years. And because of that, I was able to provide him excellent care at home. And he died peacefully. That's the point. Are you convinced about this real life story? Because I'm sharing this one, not because I want to brag something. I'm sharing this one to help you understand how to avoid feelings of guilt. Guilt feeling is one of the worst, that one. That one won't let you, thank you, that won't let you get good sleep. Your sleep will be disturbed forever and you cannot fix it. The guilt feeling, very hard to fix it. I didn't want to go through that one. The unhappy person almost always suffers from self-inflicted pain. This is from the Hare Krishna, that movement. Self-torture. Have you noticed in life that the person who causes you the most unhappiness is you, Mahatma Prabhu? If you are very unhappy, chronically unhappy, it is not external. It is you yourself are responsible for that chronic unhappiness. Do you agree? If you agree, put it in the chat box. Ajini Mariekal and others. Okay, thank you. Yeah. That is what it is. I don't feel unhappy. I'm retired. I retired 7 years back. And why am I not unhappy? Because I usually ask myself one question. If I happen to live for another 30 years and cross 100 years, if I happen to, do I have enough financial resources to live? Answer is yes. Because I didn't build that 45,000 square footage, a palace-like building, Ajini Malikal, like that Joy Arakel. I'm living in a one-bedroom apartment. I don't even own a single cent. All I need is a place to go and sleep, comfortable. And many others, even they criticize. Veedu vaangichille. Don't you have a house? You are living in an apartment? Okay, that is your problem, man. I don't feel ashamed. I feel very comfortable. It is my life. I'm not letting those thoughts about, I'm not going to sit and compare. Oh, he has got a big house. I don't have it. No, I don't have. So financially stable and secure. Then what? Physical health. Yeah, I don't eat junk food. So I watch, knowledge is not enough. Only applied knowledge is power. Doctors, they know alcohol is bad for health. Alcohol boosting again, liver damage. But there are plenty of my own friends in the allopathy doctors, seniors, juniors. They died from liver failure because of alcoholism. Then towards the end, they are having suffering, self-torture, physical ailment, vomiting blood, going to the hospital, vomiting blood, going to the hospital, discharging. What is this? What is this? Is it not self-inflicted, Dr. Sinhaji? Dr. Sinhaji, at times you respond. I want to see your response in the chat box. I'm not sure whether you are able to hear me. Okay? So, that is what it is. So, I don't suffer from unhappiness. Everybody can. The formula is simple. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. You want to know? There's no point in sharing the problems without providing the solutions. Okay, what happened? Something happened, screwed up? No problem then. Okay, break self-torture cycle. Interrupt the cycle physically. Do you know what it means? If you don't know, put N in the chat box. If you don't know, put in the N in the chat box. Because I want to know whether I'm sharing something new for you. No, okay, Dr. Manoji. Physically, that one is, if you are having some negative thoughts pestering you, get up. If you are sitting or if you are lying in the bed and those thoughts are coming, get up and walk out or change that location. Walk maybe for a couple of minutes. The moment that one itself, your thoughts also change. If you are not doing anything and sitting in the same place, the very same that is thought, emotion, feeling loop. It will be. You break that loop. So physically, get up, leave. And again, okay, take some 10 deep breaths, slow, deep breaths. Now you are focusing on your breath. Change. That is physically. Externalize the thought. The thought, when it is inside, it will keep on bugging you. Journaling, write down what is that thought. Or tell a close friend, reliable friend, or trustworthy neighbor. When it goes out, then you feel relieved. That is just like the excreting. It is there, excretion. You are getting it out of your system. Externalize. Set realistic goals and expectations. Most of the time, unrealistic goals, unrealistic expectation. Your own son or daughter, that person is not that bright enough to pass the NEET examination. That son or daughter is not even have an aptitude to pursue medicine. But you are putting unrealistic expectations, unrealistic goals, and you are pressurizing your child. And when you are doing that, the child is suffering and you are also suffering. So both the child as well as the parent suffering. Am I right? If I am right, put on the chat box. That is what is happening. How the hell? How do you explain? 2 million people, they want to become doctors? No. Real interest may be hardly 1 or 2 lakhs. Others are all parents forcing, pushing. Unrealistic goals, unrealistic expectations. Break that one. And build a micro habit that prevents future loops. Micro habit. Tiny habits. Chota habits. That is what I do. All these things I have put into practice because I'm not a theoretician. I don't like preaching things which I don't practice. My dear friends, one simple, useful tip is every day, if possible, spend 5 minutes. If you tell me that you don't have 5 minutes, then you are lying. You can find 5 minutes when you go to the toilet to poop. അപ്പിയിടാനായിട്ട് അവിടെ ഇരിക്കുമല്ലോ ഒരു 5 മിനിറ്റെങ്കിലും ഇരിക്കണ്ടേ അപ്പിയിടാനായിട്ട്. Those 5 minutes, all that is required is you can take this mobile phone with you. Internet, search some quotations or proverbs. Read the quotation. Read the proverb. Yes. You'll be able to deal with a lot of problems, challenges in the life. I empowered myself by reading a lot of quotations and proverbs. I have a personal collection of more than 100,000 quotations and proverbs collected over a period of 46 years. I started collecting in 1980. So more than 100,000. And for every talk also, I review easily some 100 to 200 quotations and proverbs. Then I choose. These tiny habits. Small. Enriching yourself. Empowering yourself. Thank you, Babu Prasad. Okay, the Kalinga War. Okay, I'm going to tell you that self-torture. How Emperor Ashoka, he relieved himself from that self-torture. What happened? Emperor Ashoka, Kalinga war, he won the war. And he went to see that field, battlefield after the winning the war. And he saw thousands and thousands of dead bodies. And their families, wives, children crying. So he suddenly felt that guilt feeling. Do you follow me, Dr. Manojji? That guilt feeling that he was in a way responsible for the killing of thousands of people. Their children became orphans. Wives became widows. Self-torture. So he didn't live with the guilt feeling for the rest of his life. Immediately, how did he break that one? He embraced Buddhism. He became a Buddhism. Accept, and then he started spreading that message. Peace, peace, peace. A warrior transformation became a peace lover, peace promoter. That is how he overcame that self-torturing guilt feelings. Are you convinced? If you are convinced, put C in the chat box. We can learn many things from the real, facts, incidents. That is why. Okay, thank you, Ramendranji, Ram Praveshi. Do you know that? Who is that person? If you don't know, that is the Alfred Nobel. The merchant of death is dead. He read the newspaper about his own obituary. What happened was his brother Ludwig Nobel, he died. And by mistake, one newspaper in the front page put that the merchant of death is dead. Because he made the dynamite. And because of the dynamite, many people were killed. And he made a lot of money, profit. So they were saying that the merchant of death is dead. He was shocked. He thought, okay, so after my death, this is what the people are going to talk about me. So that tortured him. He felt very miserable. My goodness, I am a multi-millionaire, but all these things, but my reputation after my death, they will all say that, okay, that guy, it is good that evil guy, he died eventually. So he wanted to change that one. So he immediately thought of giving all the money and put this Nobel, that prize, and find this one. And now most prestigious award is Nobel Prize, including our president, my president, he wants a Nobel Peace Prize. And our Pakistan, that is Sharif, and they have nominated him for the Peace Prize. He is very unhappy that he is not getting the Peace Prize. So that is the story. Did you know this story? If you didn't know, put no. Because I want to make sure many people, they are not aware. And he put all his wealth into Regaji. Okay, Manoj, okay. And he was a chronic bachelor, for your information. He never married. He didn't have any children. Alfred Nobel. One more picture of that one. The turning point, 1888, that obituary. So by doing that one, he was able to relieve himself from shame because he felt ashamed. He felt ashamed that he didn't want to live for the rest of his life with feelings of shame and feelings of guilt. Changed. Do you know who this person is? If you don't know, put in the chat box. I'll be surprised if somebody knows that person. I'll be surprised. I came to know about this person just 5 days back or 6 days back. Okay. Rega, you don't know. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm trying to share new information. Then only. So you don't know. That person is a transgender. You know what transgender means. Okay. He was born and he was initially raised as a boy, but that person had all the strong interest in female, this one, and he dressed like a woman and transgender. And why am I showing that transgender? That picture. What is the relevance for this talk? She, or that transgender Janmani Das, the highly successful celebrity makeup artist, that is the same person, that blue dress, the same, Janmani Das, bridal makeup. And that person is 35 years old now. And the self-educated makeup artist. In the movie industry, Kerala movie industry, she was born in, that person, I don't know whether to call she or he, transgender. So I find it always confusing. Okay? And that person in Kerala movie industry. And for a bridal makeup, Ajini Malekal, if you want her to, for your wedding, if you are not married, if you want her service as a bridal makeup, she charges 50,000 rupees. And your family members or guests, another 15,000, 1.5. So 50,000 in four wedding in a month, 2 lakh rupees. Do you make that much money? 2 lakhs, just 4 days. Bridal makeup. And she claims that she has already 1,000 brides. 1,000 brides, bridal makeup. So you multiply that 1,000 with 50,000. That Dr. Manoj is already feeling giddy. Okay, when he multiplied that amount. Huh? And now, what is the purpose of showing that slide? Why? What is wrong with that one? What did she do or he do? Pradhana Mantri avahelichu Janmani Kere case. That is Janmani. That is Modi. What did that Janmani do? She called him a bastard. She called him a bastard, saying that Modi was born in 1950. She said that the so-called Modi's father, he died in 1947. Damodar Das. So he was born 3 years later. So that he's a bastard. So she was actually, even Modi's insulting his own mother. His own mother. And what is the fact? That Modi's father, he died in 1989, 39 years after he was born. Because she has got that celebrity status, there are many people, she's an influencer, social media, and it went viral. That message went viral. Is it forgivable, that one, is it forgivable, Manojji? Yes or no?
Never.
Never. That a prime minister, that a false this one, insulting even his mother who is no more. And now, after that, what is she doing? Yeah, it is very easy for them to. Subsequently, after that one, Janmani Das apologizes for remarks against PM Modi. Says she did not intend to hurt him. Oh, okay. Calling him a bastard, it was not intended to hurt. It was intended to make him cushy. Right? It was intended to make cushy. Girija Jayakishan ji, do you agree? Huh? She didn't intend to hurt. Do you buy that one? 35-year-old woman or man, whatever it is. So such people. Now she's worried a bit, or he's worried. Already BJP, some people, they have filed a case against her. So now she has to face the music, or he has to face the music. Okay, this is a baseless, it is a record, this evidence is there. Her own video, spiral, viral. Now, do you think that'll be easy for that person to wriggle out? Yes or no? So all this makeup, she can do that inside the prison. If she goes to prison, then she can go do the free makeup for all the prison inmates. Eh? It is not out of ignorance. It is deliberate, that one. I'm sure that if somebody calls Manoj, you are a bastard, if somebody calls Dr. Singha a bastard, I don't think that you will be able to forgive. I won't be able to forgive. But then what did Modi do right now? This is how he handled. Modi says he forgives for trustees who abused him during youth demonstration, and he forgives everybody who has hurled abuses against him. Why? Because otherwise he'll be living with anger. He'll have to live with anger. That is toxic. So he doesn't want to live with anger. That will hurt his own health. And it will interfere with his decision making, many things. Okay, I forgive you. Finish. He has done a smart thing. He has done a smart thing. Forgive. It's over. He is very smart, that one. Wise. And he is following what? Buddha. 2500 years back. When somebody went and insulted Buddha, he didn't react. And others were wondering why he's not saying anything, reacting. And Buddha then told his disciples, if somebody says something nasty about you, and if it is true, then what's the point in feeling angry? That's true. What he said is true. Don't feel angry. Don't upset. If it is a lie, then why do you want to lose your temper? That is a lie. Why should you worry? That is a lie. It is not true. So there is no point in feeling angry if it is a lie or if it is a truth. So I'm to see smile on Dr. Sindha's face. So you like that word. Okay. That is what Buddha preached 2500 years ago. That is what Modi is following. Because that is not true. His father was alive till the age of 9, when he was still 39 years old. So that's not true. And other people also making many this one. That's not true. So he doesn't want to feel angry, upset, and file cases against them and pursue that one. And he said, I forgive. Finish. And he is moving on. This is how. Other people are not able to forgive. Other people are pretty upset. You know, Shehzad Poonawala, a BJP spokesperson, he quit BJP. He's that Modi is so this one forgiving. Modi is not like a dictator. He should become a dictator like Indira Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru for all these abuses. He is not doing that one. So he is upset. He is upset. Shehzad Poonawala is more upset than Modi. Did you know that? Shehzad Poonawala, I don't know how many of you are aware of. He's a very good spokesperson. He was with the Congress in the beginning, then he quit that one. Then after 5 years later, he joined the BJP in most of the debates. I had the opportunity to listen to him. He's very good communicator. But he couldn't tolerate. He couldn't forgive. So he quit. So learn from Modi. Learn from Modi. Forgiveness. Upcoming talk next Thursday in my webinar, my platform, stress vaccine, mythomania. Stress vaccine is totally different. You won't even guess what is this stress vaccine. Okay? If you come and listen to that one, then you will know. It's totally different. Stress vaccine. Okay, now I must thank again Dr. Danesh as usual, because if you enjoyed this session, did you enjoy this session? If you enjoyed, put E in the chat box. Did you enjoy? This topic is totally different. I'm sure that you might never heard anybody giving a talk on self-torture and with real life stories and bringing Emperor Ashoka and Alfred Nobel, everything to substantiate all my comments. Thank you, Jayachandraji. So it is always a pleasure and I enjoy sharing my thoughts with you. We have 5 more minutes. If you want to add something.
Thank you, Dr. Venugopal, for your wonderful session. As usual, you are rocking. Thank you so much. And the participants, if you have any questions, I think many of you have questions in your mind. Come forward and ask question to Dr. Venugopal. But we have only 5 minutes. Dr. Bibu Prasad raised hand. Okay, doctor, you can ask.
Bichu Prasad, I think that. Oh, Bibu Prasad. Okay.
Please come.
Sir, go ahead. If you can turn on the camera, please turn on the camera so that.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Otherwise, it is something like I will feel that I am talking to God. God is invisible and God will speak.
Am I audible,
in corporate voice. Okay, thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes, you are audible and you are visible. Go
Sir,
ahead.
your class, your lecture is very interesting and innovative one. And throughout the lecture, I enjoyed a lot. And what I am thinking, as Hahnemann mentioned in footnote number 17, that is moral remedy. So, if we study such the behavior of the person and the solution of that behavior, then it will boost our system, and the treatment will be one of the noble treatment. But to understand the human behavior, it is not a easy task. So, the example which you have given, that is remarkable, and it should be implemented in a day-to-day practice also. What I am thinking. So it will be much better if such type of example will be given by you in the next session, sir.
Thank you. I told you once again, I repeat, learn from the politicians. They are our gurus. If you want to thrive in life, politicians are the role models, gurus. That I don't mean that you should just be corrupt like them. No, it's not the corruption part. For example, take the Yogi Adityanath. He's not corrupt. And so far, no proven allegations of corruption against Modi. And so that being so, but again, they are facing all sorts of criticisms. Negative comments about the Yogi, Modi, and other people. In spite of the fact they did many things good for the community, society. So you cannot prevent criticisms. You cannot please everybody. So learn from Modi and that one. They know that is okay. You cannot expect 100% everybody to say good. No. So that is what it is. So that is what I also. That is when I give these talks. If I expect everybody to say, "Yo, Dr. REDDIAR, your talk was excellent." No, some people will say it was very boring. Yeah, okay, okay. So they have got the full freedom to have their own opinion. That is the way. Okay. Anybody else? We have another 2 more minutes.
I think there is no other
No,
question.
2 more minutes. Our Dr. Dinesh, I think that he joined late, but
Yeah.
still he may want to share a couple of thoughts.
No, sir, I was here, but I couldn't reply. So, that's why I was just waiting. Anyway, it was really a wonderful session with you, sharing your thoughts in a different style. You are coming up with the examples from our politicians and how one can mold yourself in a better person and how you can understand yourself. That's also very important thing. And all these questions you asked were really a brilliant one, because that really make us think in a thought-provoking way, and that will take us into new heights. That's what I would like to add, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Dinesh. Thank you, Dr. Venugopal. As you said, we are teaching our children to study the portions of their classes and only making them to lead the life likewise. Many of our children are having IQ but not EQ. So,
the parents are primarily responsible for making the lives of children miserable.
Exactly.
They are creating, they themselves are stressed and they make their children also stressed.
Yeah, they are not teaching them to face the problems.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, it is the time for the Malayalam session. Thank you, Dr. Venugopal, for your wonderful session here, and come again with another session. And I'm inviting Dr. Manoj for moderating Malayalam session. Dr. Manoj, you are welcome. Thank you all the participants.